Hey Willowites! So we're here with another episode of Witch Life, and today I'm going to show you how to do a reversal or reflection spell. It's going to show you how to clear off all negativity and how to go ahead and get rid of it. Now this is best done on a waning moon, which means the moon is going from full to dark, okay? That is when spells usually have the least power. That is when you're able to really reflect this off of you in the best way possible. You can always do this spell during other moons. You just have to adapt that spell. And as you become more proficient, you'll know how to adapt that spell. But right now, we're concentrating on a waning moon spell. Now, what you're going to need to do this, you're going to need a lighter. You're going to need a mirror. This is just a Dollar Tree mirror. It's nothing special. You don't have to have some like big thing. You can get one of those little candle mirrors. It's just as long as you have some sort of mirror. You're going to need your power tool, which is either your wand or your athame, okay? You're going to need a crystal, or if you are a subscriber to my boxes, your selenite wand will work perfectly. It's both the crystal and the wand. Otherwise, I recommend a quartz if you do not have a selenite. Selenite is best because it does absorb negativity. You're going to need a plate stand. Excuse me 1 minute. Okay, as I was saying, you're going to need a plate stand. Again, you can get this at the Dollar Tree. It doesn't have to be this. You can get any plate stand. You're going to need it to set up your mirror. So if you're getting the mirror and the plate stand at Dollar Tree, just make sure it stays up and it's not going to fall over, okay? Because if it falls over, then you're kind of screwed and you have to start the whole thing over again. You're going to need a bowl of water. And the bowl has to be high enough, so you're going to be covering your candle holder and your candle up to about like 1/2 inch to 1 inch with water. So you have to have a deep enough bowl of water. I have other bowls that I usually use in these ceremonies, but because I want you to see what we're doing, I did use a clear Tupperware. You're going to need, obviously, a candle holder. You're going to need a black candle. It does not have to be a chime candle. It can be any black candle. The chime candle will tend to burn down a lot faster, get the spell going, and get you out of here. And then you're also going to need some black salt. If you are a box subscriber, there is a black salt recipe in the August box. Okay, now you do not necessarily need incense, but I like the incense. I like the smell of it. Because what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to cast a protection circle. Now you do not have to do a full altar spell. You don't have to do the full setup or anything. But you absolutely do need to do a white light protection circle, because this sort of thing is obviously you're cleansing yourself and you're reflecting negativity off you, so you want to be protected. So you take your power tool and you cast the white light protection circle. Now you don't have to use the same words that I do, and obviously because I'm a little cramped, I have to kind of like, I'm not going to be able to do the full swoop. I have to envision it, okay? Again, you do not have to use the same words I do. This is just what works for me, okay? I cast a circle of white light of protection granted to me by the god and the goddess Athena. This circle of protection will keep me safe in all that I wish to do here. From the earth to the sky, I am enclosed in white light. So let it be. Okay, so now that that's done, first thing that we do, we set up the plate stand. We take our mirror, okay? Pull down energy. Imagine the energy being pulled down and energizing this mirror, okay? Swirl your hand over the mirror to disperse the energy around it. This mirror is a protection to keep negativity from touching me further. And see, now this wants to fall over. So I'm going to put the black salt behind it to keep it from falling over. Don't fall over. Okay. Next thing you want to do. Now, anytime you put a candle inside of a candle holder, it's a good thing to kind of melt the bottom so it will stay put. You don't have to. But especially with chime candles, because they're so thin and narrow, they have a hard time, even with the chime holders, staying put. So I definitely melt the bottom. And now it stays put. So you're going to take this, you're going to put it inside your water. Okay. You want to make sure that there's enough there. No, not quite enough. I gave some room for displacement, but it didn't displace that much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some more water. And what this is spring water. You don't have to use spring water. I like spring water. I use it in like most of my crafts. And you just want to make sure it's not going to overflow, but you want to cover enough of this. Yeah, that's perfect. That's about like ½ an inch. And that's what you need. Okay? So then you're going to take your power tool. You're going to pull energy down into it. And you're going to push the energy out and into the water. I push white light and energy into this water to catch all negativity, any spells, or any evil intentions towards me. You don't have to blow. I just give it a little push at the end. So now you have your mirror up. It's deflecting everything that's coming at you right now. And you're in a circle of protection. In fact, what I'm going to do is, so that you I'm kind of going to angle it this way, so I don't know if it's like right at you because of the flashlight, but I'm going to deflect it so that you don't see it. But normally you would keep it directly in front of you, okay? So you're going to take your crystal or your selenite wand, okay? And you're going to use it, you know, like those lint rollers where you like get the pet hair off? You're going to use it that way. You're going to start at your head and you're going to imagine it collecting all the junk of your aura. Your aura is not white right now, because if you have like any negativity, if you've got depression going on, your aura is going to be clouded. So you're going to be wiping this all down. You're going to imagine it just like a Mr. Clean eraser. You're going to wipe it down and it's going to be all white. So what you're going to do is you're going to start at the top of your head and you're going to work your way down to your feet. And you're going to keep doing that all the way around. It's okay if you switch your hands, okay? Do not forget your arms. You're going to get your arms as well. I'm just going to get this one now. Usually I wait until after I come around. But you're going to get everywhere. I know the back part is hard to get, especially for me. But you are going to just clean everything. okay? Okay, so now that you've got all of that, this should have absorbed it, okay? What you're going to do is you're going to light your candle. Come on, baby. Okay. So this has absorbed it, okay? So what are you going to do with it? Well, you're going to cleanse it. You're going to cleanse it by pushing it into the flame. You're going to push all, and when you do it, you're going to say, I push all the negativity and useless waste that have clouded my spirit and my aura into this flame for it to be burned away. Okay, maybe you should pull. Oh no, I gotta do that whole thing over again. Okay, don't blow like I do, okay? Or just very gently. So I just blew that out. So since I've already done this part, you've already seen it, I'm gonna cut the video here because I'm gonna have to do it over again, and I'll rejoin you once I have pushed all the negativity out and not blown out my candle. Okay, nailed it this time. So what you're gonna have to do with this is you're going to have to wait until it has burned down to the water line, okay? Once it reaches the water line, it will burn out. And in the meantime, what you're going to do is you're going to take a tray, okay, or a plate or whatever, and you're going to put black salt on it. Now, because my black salt is holding up the mirror, I'm going to kind of angle this back here. Normally, I would just pour it right out of the jar. Actually, I could probably still do that. I just have to hold up the mirror. There we go. Ta-da! All right, you're gonna make a flat. Put it down flat. Make sure it covers the entire bottom. You don't want any spaces. And you're going to put your wand in that black salt. So what that black salt is doing is it's going to cleanse off any remaining, and you're going to kind of roll it, or if you have a crystal, you're going to roll the crystal. It's going to take off the residual energies that are on this, which is what you want, because in the end, what you're going to do is you're going to take this black salt. You're going to pour it in here to seal the deal, okay? So just to give you a heads up, because there is going to be a cut in this video, I'm going to leave this so it burns down to the water line. Now, you do not have to stand here for it to do it. It'll probably take about an hour for this candle to burn down. So you want to make sure it's in a safe place, that it's not going to get knocked over by a pet or anything. You don't have to stay here and watch it. You don't have to mind your altar. However, you do need to leave the white light protection circle in place, okay? Once this burns down, then what we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're going to snap it in half to break whatever spell or hexes or bad karma is on us. We're going to place it in the water. We're going to dump the black salt on top of it to seal it off. We're going to dig a hole, and we're going to dump all this shit in there and get it out of our lives, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a cut, and then once this gets to the water line, I'll go ahead and resume filming. So I will see you when this is like this. So our candle is obviously out. So what I'm going to do is I have some wipes here, because you're not supposed to really get your selenite wet if you don't really use, if you're not using a selenite wand or crystal, it's not a big deal. But I definitely want to get the black salt off of it and clean it really good. But again, you don't really want to get this too wet, so you don't want to use like water. And then I dry it off as quick as possible. There we go. So, this is now done. Put all that in there. Get this out. Now, it's kind of hard to break it at this point. You might have to that's why you should have at least like an inch of water. I don't, but it's okay because I do. Normally you don't use this as a knife, but since this is a spell, I can use it. Try not to knock over the mirror. As these pieces are cut in two, I break this spell and reflect it back to you. All bad karma, negative energy, and evil is dispelled from me and released back to where it came from. So as for that, this part is done. So what you go ahead and do, remove the mirror, move this. I'm going to put this back up here because I don't need it. Now you're going to go ahead and release the circle. I'm going to clear up the black salt. Okay. So to release the circle, I now draw this protective circle back into my Anthony, the power and white light given to me by the god and goddess and the goddess Athena. The circle is now closed. I take the energy and release it back into the universe for use by others. So mote it shall be. So let me show you the final step to finish off the spell. Okay guys, so this is the final step. I have the concoction here, and you just pour it into the hole. Make sure it all goes in. Okay. And cover it up. I didn't dig it deep enough. Good job. But this will eventually sop it up. You want to make sure it all gets sopped up. You don't want it flowing out. There we go. And that's it. That's how you do that spell. Okay guys, so that's it for this episode of Witch Life. If you know somebody that is interested in witchcraft and would like to learn some of these lessons, please share my channel with them. And if you know people that are interested in spirituality, talking with spirits, share my channel with them for that too. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.